you're going to get cases where someone's going to actually say something, and then their lawyer's going to be like, you're in trouble. You said this on recording. Let's find a forensic expert who will testify it's a deep fake. They go to the first forensic guy and he goes, that's a real recording. They go to the next guy. That's a real recording. They go to 20 guys. They all say, that's a real recording. Finally, they find one guy who says, how much are you paying me to go and testify? We'll pay you $5,000. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's totally a deep fake. Can I have my money now? Yeah, well, after you go to court. Okay. Then he's going to show up and he's just going to say it. He's going to say, yeah, here's why it's a deep fake. Here's why I think. Can I get paid now? And then the court's going to have to be like, well, I don't know. Is it a deep fake or not?
Is there any precedent so far with that actually happening?
I have heard stories where there's been nothing substantive. Mm-hmm. There's just scuttlebutt murmuring because the deep fake stuff is new. But, let me just say, I've heard stories.
So you think where it's
friends.
Going is that media admissibility as evidence is going to kind of go out the window? Are we just going to go back in time where it's all like it's so pervasive that it becomes not even admissible?
Hey, well, I know that it's hard to get you to believe me, but I just want you to know that if you're ever feeling down or depressed, and you just feel like everything's wrong with your life and you want it to stop, just know that there are people there for you, whether you're aware of it or not. It's a really hard time for you, but I promise you, it just takes time and a little bit of effort. I know you won't believe me at first, but you just have to have a little bit of faith and a little bit of hope. If you're listening to this, just know that I believe in you.
Welcome, and all American Cartel members, Anons, Facebook friends, Twitter followers, random YouTube viewer, BitChute viewer, TikToker, Redditor, GLPer, 4chaner, and anybody else that might be watching. Thanks for joining me. My name is Julio. I am the Theorizing Theorist. And today we're going to be talking about the end of humanity, folks, or something to that effect. I don't know what else to call it, to be honest. It feels like we're all doomed. And I am having an existential crisis, or whatever you call it, at this moment, at this point in time. It's getting kind of creepy out there, folks. Now, I'm going to play the rest of this clip in its entirety that Tim Pool just uploaded. Go check him out if you want. But it's... I couldn't help but laugh as I watched this. So I hope you guys do the same too, laughing at the futility of it all, right? Like, how doomed are we all? Like, right now I could literally go across the street, murder a neighbor, right, and probably get away with it. Probably not, better yet, because we're still judged by a jury, right, of our peers, 12, right? So I feel like this wouldn't convince a jury yet, but give it some time, right? Tim Pool's already struggling, and you're gonna see, as you saw, to talk about the cases that are already trying to set precedent, right? So there's probably cases already headed to the Supreme Court, or who knows what he knows. I don't even know. I'm sure people know, or whatever, people more in the know. But to me, I've already been saying this. You guys remember a video a while back where I kind of said me showing my face is pointless after Damar Hamlin and all that stuff came out, because I told you guys I was gonna post a proof of life video once a week, something like that, right? And then all this stuff started happening, and I was like, I'm doomed. They could kill me. They could take my voice right now. You don't know who you're listening to. I could put up a video of myself, and people would have a plausible, maybe not probable, but plausible ability to, like, you know what I'm saying? Say that that's not me, that I'm an AI generated creation, right? So you have plausible deniability now, is what these people are talking about, as far as in court and Yeah, I agree with it. I don't know if a jury's going to see that as beyond a shadow of a doubt, and that's kind of a scary thing. So we're going to go through a transitioning period where people don't know about this technology yet, like in the mass, because that's what you're getting judged by, the jury, right? So you're going to have to pick people that are super technologically savvy and conspiracy theorists to be on your jury. That's what I would do. And then say, hey, I don't care what they're telling. I mean, they could literally, and they're going to explain it here in depth. Tim Pool does a really good job about explaining how it works, and they can get 20 different angles. There is no way to 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt prove that video is any good anymore, right? Now, how long has the military and the FBI and the CIA and the powers that be had this technology? How long have they had this technology to where they've been able to implement this without being seen, right? Now, imagine all the cases where people have been screaming, that wasn't me. No, I don't know. Am I going probably convincing people that they're crazy? Honestly, like, could you imagine before you even heard of this technology, you see a video of yourself killing somebody from 50 different angles? I mean, you would I don't mean to laugh. It's just, again, I'm laughing at the whole hopelessness of it all at this point. I mean, I'm doomed. Anybody that speaks out is doomed. Everybody is doomed. Like, they could ice anybody and make it seem like they were never iced, or make it seem like they were iced for just cause, or whatever. Now, the powers that be probably are the only ones that have access to this technology yet, and you're going to hear Tim Pool talk about it, about who has access and all that good stuff. So be sure to give him a like, a subscribe if you want, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. We're not sure what we're doing over here yet. I might be back, I might not be back. This might be season 6, it might not be season 6. Right now, I just wanted to kind of address the cartel, let them know that I am still here technically, and I needed to talk about this. This was just too good and too important not to talk about, right? So understand that you're all in danger. Somebody could walk out into the middle of the street and claim conspiracy, and that the videos are all deep faked, right? And like somebody like me, what if I come out there and say, no, you don't understand, there's really powerful people after me, right? They framed me, they set me up, this isn't real, right? I mean, it's the options are limitless, right? The possibilities are endless. So hopefully you guys take heed to this warning and kind of laugh at it yourselves, because as you're gonna watch, I think Tim Pool and the cast kind of come to the realization that we have already come to here, you know, at the cartel. We've already figured this out. We knew it was pointless. That's why I stopped caring about like the whole week thing and all that, because it was pointless. If they wanted me, they could kill me, ghost me, and no one would be none the wiser. Remember, they control the media, they control the manipulation of the media they're presenting, they control all of it, right? No news would come out of me dying, and they would just keep playing this stuff the way it's going right now. Like, all you're hearing is a voice. How easy would it be to fake me right now? Think about it. How easy would it be? Tim Pool's already showed you with a couple of snippets of a video, you could, and there's hours of me talking, right? So just take what I'm saying with a grain of salt for sure, but also don't, you know what I'm saying, if that makes any sense, because who knows what our future entails or what's going to happen. But I feel like they've already been implementing this, and this might be a good thing for it to come out into the public, because it's probably going to save a lot of people from being set up, framed in the future, even though it's probably been happening and probably will continue to happen for the next couple of years until the jury, the masses and all of that are able to finally conclude. Just like with the lie detector tests, they threw the lie detector tests out. They're not admissible in court either. Before, they were highly admissible in court, right? So now they're not at all. And so what's going to happen with the video, like they explained here in the Tim Pool segment, we go back in time. I think even eyewitnesses, I don't think anybody's going to try. Eyewitnesses aren't You know what I mean? Like, it's still hearsay. It's still all this stuff. So it's kind of like, where do we go from here? How do we protect our communities besides, I mean, I don't know what to do or what to say. I don't have an answer for that. So hopefully you guys can help me come up with an answer. Comment down below your thoughts, your theories, your concerns, your worries, your answers, your solutions, anything to that effect. Would be very much greatly appreciated right here to help me through my non-existential or whatever, however you say that word. You know what I'm trying to say here. Do I exist, man? Am I real? With that said, I'm going to bow out with my typical, and as always, to God be the glory.
We have this tweet from Deplorable for Trump 2024 saying Biden was caught on a damning hot mic in Poland after commenting on 3 UFOs shot down, saying, you think any of these guys bought that bullish? Hey, totally. They'll buy anything. Let's get out of here. Let me play the audio for you. Here you go.
Scientific research.
President, why have you chosen Poland?
We need President Xi, Mr. President.
You think they bought any of that bullshit? No, absolutely. Yeah, these guys will believe anything. Let's get out of here.
No, it's he said, yeah, those guys will believe anything.
Is that 100% true? Like,
no, that's
so. The Twitter says it's a deep fake. I think obviously it's a deep fake. The problem is you can't prove a negative. I don't know where this video came from. Someone posted it on Twitter. People are saying it's fake, and it's like, well, you can say it's fake, but how do you prove a negative?
You would think that there'd be some kind of signature detection that you could run on an actual deep fake piece of media that would be able to detect it.
Except you could auto-generate fake voices and video and then recompress or render it so that it smooths all those things out. That's why it's probably so blurry. They were trying to make it look like it's a recording of a recording so you can't see the blemishes. Right. I think it's obviously fake. Apparently PJ Media ran it as a real story.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's obviously fake because Biden is not slurring. That when his voice kicks in again, I know that sounds ridiculous, but if you listen to Biden, he is muffled in his speech. Whenever you hear an AI-generated recreation of his voice, it's much clearer, probably because it's taking audio from a long time ago. But the fact that then somebody's going to pick up this story and say, well, this is going to get, that Biden says, oh, they'll believe anything, and then another media outlet picks it up and another one picks it out and another one picks it up. That's how they make it true.
Now, you heard that one, but this one's even more damning. Wait till you hear this deep fake leaked audio from Andrew at Don't Walk Run Productions. Listen to this.
Thank you, Poland. Thank you for what you're doing. God bless you all.
Listen to this hot mic moment from Biden.
Finally, the children I was promised. Give me your lifeblood.
Wow, can you believe Joe Biden said that? No, I think Andrew is just making fun of the fact that people believed that clip was real.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that everyone's going to have the ability to sort of deny things that they really said and claim that it's deepfake.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here's the crazy thing. How can you use a recording in a court of law? A judge is not an expert and doesn't care. I will tell you this right now. We are entering territory where, oh, you want to talk about murders? You want to talk about criminal cases? Fine. There's going to be a really difficult constitutional question. We saw with Kyle Rittenhouse. When they were flying the drone footage, they were like, look at this video. And then the defense had to argue, like, that's not a real image. An algorithm is creating the image when you zoom in. That image doesn't exist. And they're like, what does that mean? Yeah. We don't know what that means. Now, that's a criminal case. And there's going to be challenges brought up. But even then, it's hard to say that's not real. And you got to get an expert in, and then they'll argue experts lying. In a civil case, it won't even get that far. In a civil case, you'll go to a judge and say, here's a video of Ian admitting he owes me money. And the judge is going to go, okay, Ian, pay him. And you're going to be like, that's a fake video. Get out of here. It's not a fake video. Look, what are you going to do? How do you prove it's not real? I tell you this right now, when it comes to civil cases, judges outright going to be like, I don't know, I saw a video. Yeah. And you're going to beg and be like, that is not real.
Well, and instead of being presumed innocent, right? The person who's being accused is going to have to bring in a bunch of experts to be like, this is where you can see possibly whatever, if they even can. And so it becomes a very difficult system. It becomes faster to just set out of court, especially in a civil case.
And then you're going to get cases where someone's going to actually say something, and then their lawyer's going to be like, you're in trouble. You said this on recording. Let's find a forensic expert who will testify it's a deep fake. They go to the first forensic guy and he goes, that's a real recording. They go to the next guy, that's a real recording. They go to 20 guys, they all say, that's a real recording. Finally, they find one guy who says, how much are you paying me to go and testify? We'll pay you $5,000. Oh yeah, oh, that's totally a deep fake. Can I have my money now? Yeah, well, after you go to court. Okay. Then he's gonna show up and he's just gonna say it. He's gonna say, yeah, here's why it's a deep fake, here's why I think, can I get paid now? And then the court's gonna have to be like, well, I don't know, is it a deep fake or not?
Is there any precedent so far with that actually happening?
I have heard stories where there's been nothing substantive. There's just scuttlebutt murmuring because the deepfake stuff is new. But let me just say, I've heard stories.
So you think where it's
friends.
going is that media admissibility as evidence is going to kind of go out the window? Is it are we just going to go back in time where it's all like it's so pervasive that it becomes not even admissible?
You'll go to court and they'll be like, here's a video of the guy, of the murderer stabbing someone, and he'll go, that's not real, that was AI generated. And an expert's gonna come in and say, please, to the jury, please, this is clearly a fake video, watch. And then there will be like an artifact or something in the video and I'll say, see that blemish? I have been doing this work for 20 years. I am telling you that is not real. They are tricking you. This man is innocent. And jury, it's gonna be reasonable doubt. The fact remains that if the technology exists, reasonable doubt exists. And the lawyer's gonna be like, you heard from a forensic specialist, this video was doctored. It is a deep fake video. They're gonna have to come in and be like, where was the video file generated? And they're gonna have to bring in the computer. They're gonna have to show deep forensic
So
stuff.
expensive.
And then even then, you can still have a forensic expert say, I know they're showing you the stuff, but they are wrong. And then it's reasonable doubt.
You could have a network of cameras that are all taking an image of something that upon review, you'd see the angles of all the cameras, where they're located, where the action is happening, the guy's body as he's punching the woman on the ground or whatever. Because police body cams are going to be like, nope, deepfake, can't use it. Home security cameras, nope, deepfake, can't use it. But if you have 8 security cameras all trying or all angulating at one thing, and you can verify that each one verifies all the other ones, you would have to either argue the entire network has been deepfaked, or you have to accept it as admissible.
You can easily deepfake 8 camera angles.
If they were off network, if they were unrelated cameras that weren't on a similar network, that all you'd have to prove each of them was fake.
When we play video games, we have created a 3D environment of the character walking around. You can set vantage points in 50 different locations, and then you can, in Skater XL, you can do a kickflip, stop time, and then spin the camera all around him. If I wanted to, I can play it front to back 50 times from 50 different angles and be like, look, I have 50 different cameras showing all the same thing. It's a real video.
So should we take steps to restrict AI? I mean, should we take steps to...
You can't. It's like trying to ban guns. 3D-printed guns exist and nothing you can do about it.
Apparently, Facebook and Google have been intentionally holding back a lot of the text to video prompts technology because of how disruptive it is.
Have you seen the text to video AI being advertised?
A little bit.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
You type in video walking down a dark path through a forest at night, and it makes a video, right? Like, it doesn't do people as well.
Well, that we've seen. It's like, it's very...
Give it 3 years.
It'll do a full feature film in perfect quality based on your prompt.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And what would I mean? What's the benefit for it? Because to me, this sounds horrible and like it's gonna make everyone's lives worse. But if you like this kind of technology, what's your argument for it?
I mean, as an artistic tool, it's like undeniably powerful.
Why? Because you're not creating anything yourself; it's creating it for you. That seems like it would take away the artistry.
It does somewhat. I mean, there's a whole AI debate. I think that there's absolutely value to fully human-produced media, and that is always going to have a market. That's probably always going to be the most valuable. But in terms of like what people watch or like what is most stimulating and interesting, we don't know. I mean, because it's not purely computer generated. I mean, what is powering the AI? Human media. So it's more so it is a tool, but some people think that it's disempowering creators. And it will do that, but it will also empower creators. So it's very nuanced. It's not one
What do
way.
you see it? What do you see the benefits of this kind of AI?
I mean, it's kind of like asking what is the benefit of a search engine. I mean, you know, we know the benefit of a search engine. It changed the world. We can look up whatever we want to at any moment. And that's kind of what it is enabling, you know, we're seeing with ChatGPT and others, but that's heavily censored and ideological. And so
what would be the benefit of like deep faking someone's voice? Like what does that technology allow us to do? Because to me, it only seems like it can be used for malicious purposes.
No, I mean,
right now.
I mean, for comedy, for art, like there's definitely use. What's his name? Kyle Dunnigan. He does these. He does the funniest. It's like it's very bad quality deepfake stuff, but
of Joe Biden.
Not of Joe Biden, of Joe Biden, but everybody.
Else.
Yeah, he rips on, and it's like it's so funny, and it's. But I think part of why it's funny is because the deepfakes are bad. Mm-hmm. So
them getting better would actually make that.
I don't know. I can't say. You can't. I mean,
did you see the one I tweeted? The me with Crowder and Ben Shapiro deepfake. It's intentionally bad and weird and creepy, but it's really funny.